What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Bo from TechMinded, and welcome to your very last Python Basics tutorial. And in this tutorial, we'll be looking at importing packages and installing them via pip and easy install. So first of all, how do you install a package with Python? And first of all, you might be wondering, what are packages? Basically, what packages are their frameworks, or they're ways you write code that does something special. Whether it be like Matplotlib for creating graphs, Kivy or WXPython, or Tkinter for creating GUIs, or Pyramid or Django for creating web applications. They are all Python packages or frameworks. Most of those that I listed are not built in, but we're going to import things that are built in. So in this tutorial, we're going to use the example of math. So what you're going to do is say import math, enter, and one of the things that comes with math is square root or SQRT. And inside the parentheses, we'll say 5. And wait a second. Now hold on. It just says SQRT is not defined. That's because in certain cases, or most cases rather, you have to specifically import something from that package. So what we're going to do is say from math import SQRT. And when we hit enter, it will allow us to use SQRT, as you can see there, 5, and it spits out a number, which is in fact the square root of 5, to 0.236067, blah blah blah. You get the point. Now, there's other more advanced, you could say, but still very basic ways to import. I'm going to use an example of math again, even though you really don't need to ever use it this way. A good example of using it is Matplotlib, because there's as, and with as, there's a few reasons you want to use it. So with the case of modules like Matplotlib, for everything you'd have to do, you'd have to write matplotlib.pyplot, then that. But when you say as something, that something you tell it to be is how you will reference the package. So we're going to say import math as m. And I just misspelled import, so it's kind of rough. So we'll try it again. Import math as m, no errors, and if m.high obviously isn't there, so I'm going to show you an example on Matplotlib. So with Matplotlib, you say import matplotlib.pyplot, as PLT is the most common way to do it. It's taking its time importing. Okay, it's imported now. So we'll say plt.plot. Let's say, what we're actually going to do is we're going to use some variable knowledge. X equals 5 and y equals 10. And we'll say plt.plot x comma y. When we hit enter, it will give us all this stuff, and we'll say plt.show, I believe. And you'll see it's actually blank right now because there's only one point. So I'm going to see if I can find our point. I don't see our point, but anyway, it works, okay? Otherwise, you'd have to say matplotlib.pyplot, which actually works, X, comma, Y to do it. And so yeah, and it still throws errors at you. So it's not the greatest of ideas. Now, wait a second. But what if I want to get packages like Kiwi or Pyramid or Django or PyQt or whatnot, but they're not pre-installed packages? How am I going to get those? The most popular way to do it is with pip. Now, with pip, you have to make sure that you have it installed itself. So what you can do is go to your downloads page and you can search for Python whatever you decide to get. So I'll go down until I find Python 3.5.2. Geez, it's a long list, isn't it? There's a bunch of Kiwi downloads I attempted, by the way. Pygame, did I push past it? Python. I also attempted Pygame before I knew how to use pip, by the way. There's stuff for Pyramid, and there we go, Python 3.5.2. You open that up, and you'll say modify, and you'll make sure you have pip checked. If you don't, check it, click next, and have it walk through you. Since I've already got it, I can click cancel and say yes. So now I know I've got pip in all good. I can go to my command prompt by typing in cmd, enter, and we can say Python -m pip install whatever you want. So in this example, we're going to use Pygame, why not? And this will actually install to your oldest version of Python, or if you, like me, I've got Python 3.4.4 and Python 3.5.2, so this will install to Python 3.4.4. I hit enter, it'll hold on a second, and it will eventually download it or throw errors at you, however it's feeling for the day. It's collecting it, it's downloading it, installing Pygame. It's successfully installed Pygame 1.9.3. Now, that's how you do it most of the time. But say, come on, man, my pip isn't working. You could always try easy install, which you just simply do by easy _install package that you want. I'm going to use Pygame because I just got it over there. It searches the Python package index and finish processing dependencies for Pygame. It gave me that because it realized I already had Pygame installed. If I did it for a package I didn't have, like say Flask, it would go through and all, and get it done. So that's how you install packages. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video's tutorial and tutorial series if you've been following it. And leave a like if you enjoyed the series, leave a dislike if you hated it, and if you're new around here, subscribe, and I'll have a link to some more Python tutorials that are really good at the end of this video. So, thanks